So if you're watching this video, it's probably because you have a million or more saved for retirement and are worried about a stock market crash destroying your retirement. Hi, my name is Rajiv, and I've spent the last 20 years in the retirement planning space, helping clients just like you create better retirement outcomes. My work has been featured in reputable financial publications like Michael Kitz's Nerd's Eye View, Advisor Perspectives, the American College of Financial Services, the California Society of CPAs, the National Association of Estate Planners, and more. In this video, I'm going to explain the math behind how small decisions you make now prior to retiring or in early retirement can end up being the difference between your family having millions of dollars in retirement or running out of money completely. I'll then show you why using part of your portfolio to acquire guaranteed lifetime income can help protect you from running out of money in retirement. Now let's start by explaining exactly what a guaranteed lifetime income product is. A guaranteed lifetime income product is exactly what it sounds like. It's a product that provides you with a guaranteed amount of money every year for the rest of your life, kind of like a pension or Social Security. In exchange for you giving a part of your retirement portfolio to an insurance company today, that insurance company uses its billions of dollars in reserves to guarantee that they will give you a fixed amount every year for the rest of your life as long as you live. Now, here are the top 4 benefits that a guaranteed lifetime income product can provide for you. Number 1, it protects you against downturns in the market. The more guaranteed sources of income you have, the less you are dependent on market returns to support your retirement income needs. The second is that it protects you against outliving your portfolio. One of the biggest concerns I hear from pre-retirees and retirees is that they are worried about living so long that they will run out of money. And the great thing about guaranteed lifetime income is that you are guaranteed to get this income as long as you live, so you never have to worry about running out of money. The third is that it allows you to create more wealth by taking more risk with other parts of your portfolio. This is one of the most underappreciated parts of guaranteed lifetime income. What people don't realize is that if you are getting more guaranteed sources of income from your portfolio, you can take more risk with other parts of your portfolio. And what we'll show in this video is that by taking more risk with other parts of your portfolio, you are able to build more wealth over the long run. So you really are getting the best of both worlds. You're getting more retirement income for you while you are living, and then more wealth to pass on to your beneficiaries once you pass away. And the fourth key benefit is peace of mind. This is probably the biggest benefit for most people. With guaranteed lifetime income, you know exactly how much income you'll be getting every month without being entirely dependent on the market to provide you with that income. So instead of being stressed looking at the market every day in retirement, you're able to just enjoy your retirement by knowing that you have enough guaranteed income to cover your expenses. Let's look at a quick example. Let's imagine a retiree who has $1 million saved for retirement and is 100% invested in the stock market, also known as the S&P 500. He needs $50,000 a year in retirement to pay for his living expenses. Let's call him John. Is there a difference if John retires with $1 million in 2000 versus 2003? How much would John have had at the start of 2026 if he retired in 2000 versus 2003? It's just 3 years, right? How much of a difference can 3 years really make? Well, the answer is a lot, and I'll show that to you in just a second. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the impact of simply retiring 3 years earlier or later can have for John. So first, we have our chart here. On the y-axis is the amount of money, or millions of dollars. Remember, John is retiring with $1 million, just he's deciding between retiring in 2000 versus 2003. On the x-axis, we have time, right? Here's 2000, 2004. And what we want to know is how much does he have at the start of 2026, whether he retires in 2000 versus 2003. So let's go ahead and look at if he retires in the year 2000. So he starts off with $1 million, but at the start of 2026, he only has about $96,000 left. However, if John would have had that same $1 million and retired in 2003, he would have had significantly more. He starts at $1 million here, but his wealth is compounding such that at the start of 2026, he has $5.7 million. I'm sure you must be looking at this and wondering, why did just simply retiring 3 years later have such a huge difference? Because in this case, if he retired in 2003, he would have $5.7 million, whereas if he retired in 2000, he's going to run out of money. So why the huge difference of simply retiring 3 years later? Let's kind of take a look at that. And the answer to that question is that taking early losses in retirement can lead to significant wealth erosion. And I'm going to show you why here. So let's go ahead and look at the first 3 years of portfolio returns of being invested in the market if John retired in 2000 versus 2003. So in 2000, he has $1 million, but that first 3 years, he's seeing negative returns, negative 10%, negative 13%, negative 23%, right? So he's losing by, 3 years, almost 50% of his wealth. However, if he retires in 2003 with $1 million, he's having positive returns. And that's the difference of just simply retiring 3 years later, is that 3 years of poor negative returns can destroy your retirement goals. And to understand the math behind why, I'm going to show you a quick example. The reason why that's so devastating is that early portfolio losses means you need larger portfolio gains to compensate. So let's go ahead and look at an example of what happens when you're taking losses in your portfolio while you're taking withdrawals as well to meet your spending needs. Again, let's say we start off with $1 million, right? A 50% loss in the markets leaves us with $500,000. Except now we also need to take money to meet our retirement spending needs. So we're taking $50,000 a year. That's a $50,000 withdrawal. That leaves us with $450,000. So now to get back to our $1 million, we don't just need 100% return. We need 122% return just to get back to where we started, which is our $1 million. And that's what makes retiring so difficult, is that if you retire and absorb negative losses in your portfolio while you're taking withdrawals, it can lead to devastating results for your retirement income goals as well as your wealth, and leads to the risk of you running out of money, which is exactly what happened to John when he retired in 2000. So a key thing to take away is that early retirement losses plus withdrawals leads to devastating results for your retirement portfolio. Well, the question I hope you're asking right now is, well, what if John had used a guaranteed lifetime income solution along with investing in the stock market back in 2000 instead of only investing in the stock market? What would have been the impact of him doing so? So let's look at our key assumptions again. So John has $1 million saved for retirement, and he retires in the year 2000. Again, he needs $50,000 a year in retirement to meet his spending needs. Except the difference is, like we talked about, instead of investing that full $1 million in the stock market, he does the following. He invests $600,000 of his retirement portfolio into a bond strategy that will pay him a guaranteed $50,000 a year for the rest of his life. Again, he's using that guaranteed lifetime income solution from the insurance company. With the remaining $400,000, he invests that fully into the stock market. So he's not 100% in the stock market. He's taking part of his money, investing in the stock market for the long term, and also using part of his retirement portfolio to provide for his spending needs. So that way, if the stock market does crash, he doesn't need to pull down on his portfolio to meet his spending needs. So the question is, well, how much more money would John have had if he had used this GLI solution, or guaranteed lifetime income, with the stock market back in 2000 when he retired? Let's go ahead and look at that. So how much more money would John have had at the start of 2026 if he had used this GLI solution? Let's go ahead and look at that. Here's our chart again. Here's millions of dollars on the y-axis going up. Then here's on the x-axis is time, right? He's retiring the year 2000. We want to know how much he has at the start of 2026. Again, we're looking at two options. The red line is he only invests in the stock market. And the green line is he invests in the stock market, but with a guaranteed lifetime income or GLI solution. So let's look at our baseline, which is the red line we saw earlier. Again, he's retiring it with $1 million. And then at the start of 2026, he only has about $96,000 because he invested fully in the stock market. Now, let's assume he had done the following. He had invested part of his money into a guaranteed lifetime income solution. Again, starts at that same $1 million, but now he's being protected during the market losses, and that protection is enough for it to compound over the long term. And so at the start of 2026, he has almost $3 million. Again, that's the big difference, that being more prudent with your decisions in retirement or early retirement can make over the long run. So protecting yourself against short-term losses by using a guaranteed lifetime income solution can lead to more wealth over the long run. And this is why using a guaranteed lifetime income solution is so valuable in retirement, and why so many retirement researchers and economists recommend using it. So if this is the type of retirement planning that sounds of value to you, well, this is exactly what we help clients do. We help show them how to turn part of their retirement portfolio into guaranteed lifetime income so that they can meet all of their retirement income goals while still investing in the stock market over the long run and building wealth. Here are just some of the clients we've helped recently. We helped Sam and Lisa from Cincinnati turn $500,000 of their retirement portfolio into $57,000 of guaranteed lifetime income every year for the rest of their lives. We also helped Katie from Oakland turn $300,000 of her retirement portfolio into $43,000 of guaranteed lifetime income every year of her life. And we also helped Vicky from Phoenix turn $250,000 of her portfolio into $26,000 of guaranteed lifetime income that she will receive every year for the rest of her life. So if you would like us to help you utilize a guaranteed lifetime income solution in retirement and improve your retirement outcomes, fill out the link below to book a call with us today.